So for the most part, we are streaming.
Woo! Hey, you beautiful people.
We just came online.
Just came all over online.
All over the line, all over the internets.
All over the internet. Just
all over the interwebs.
Arcing ropes all over them interwebs.
Come on now. Pop up, bastard.
Now let me share this tweet all around so we get some people up in this motherfucker to make some fucking discussions and talk with us. Because, you know, we're not that interesting. We're not going to be able to watch the movie and like, you know, commentate the whole time. We have to talk with people.
Yeah. Well, what was that? I'm sorry. I got up for a second. I had to cut something off.
It wasn't your penis, was it?
No.
Cut your penis off?
Just the tip. Just the tip.
Just the tip. I just wanted to see how it feels. I watched that. I watched the Faces of Death, and I watched those guys, the pain competition, and just had to see if I could do it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting. I love hearing the echo in my head, like things I said 20 minutes ago.
Now I hear it. Apparently we're not that interesting.
Oh, who said we're not interesting?
You. You were like, we're not that interesting. We have to commentate with people the entire I think I got it this time, though. The last couple times, I feel like my mic has been higher than everyone else's, and I think I've compensated it this time because you sound a lot higher this time around.
Well, that's because I just physically am higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get high, but, you know. I mean,
no, I mean, like, higher in the state of love of life and sexual being prowess, if you will. Sexual prowess.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I have gobs of sexual just gobs of sex, just oozing. Sex is oozing.
Hell yeah. I think we're just gonna give it 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll start trying to kick it off.
Oh man, what do we call this shit? Mindless Commentary Theater?
Yep, Mindless Commentary Theater.
Who came up with that name?
It was a combination of the both of us.
A combination of idiots. A combination of fools.
Speaking of which, I think I'm going to do another one of these tomorrow if nobody's using the live stream with Bro Rons.
Hell yeah. Oh, the Bro Ron guys. Yeah, I know those guys.
Yeah, they're my uncles.
What? They're your uncles?
Yeah, that's both of my uncles.
All right. Penis.
Well, 2 of them, anyway.
Dan, would you like us to play the penis game? You want us to just penis?
Penis.
I
love the game of Taboo, just because, like, most of the time my answer was penis.
Penis!
I went an entire game one time. I was just like, and the answer is penis. They're like, no. It goes on tracks and goes under a tunnel, so it's a penis.
I went to Catholic school, so I mean, I did the same thing for all religion tests, except I wrote Jesus for everything, and I was mostly right. You know, I passed.
Hell yeah.
Got through Catholic school by making Jesus my answer to everything, because if Jesus is so good, he can't be wrong.
That's true. That's very true. To the nut kind folks, y'all, Ashley, Dan, thank y'all. Everything sounded all right. The levels sound pretty good on y'all's end.
Who came up with the theory of relativity? Jesus
penis.
Jesus penis.
That's a solid answer.
That almost sounds like a curse. Like if I spilt my beer, I'd be like, "Oh, Jesus penis." And of course, you know, it was circumcised because Jesus was Jewish, so he had a bris. That we know.
That is true. He did have a bris. It was just the tip.
It was. For those of you who are just joining us, John cut off the tip of his penis today.
It's true. About
tragic urination accident. Now, that's what I want to talk to everybody about tonight. Every year,
well, that's what you get for not going
3
pee
in 10
after
men
sex.
have tragic urination accidents, and we're here to put an end to that. So that's what all the money that you're going to donate to us is. It's going to be to prevent semi-penis amputation through urinatal accidents.
Yes, very much so. Yes.
Yeah. Our phone lines are ringing.
Oh man, they're going up.
They're going up.
Jerry Lee Lewis has come back from the dead just to host this telethon.
Did Did you say Jerry Lee Lewis?
Jerry, yeah, I did say Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry.
I combine Jerry Lee.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
He's come back. He's here to host it.
He's come back. Hide your children, because everyone knows that he's a pederast.
He loves the 14-year-olds.
He loves the 14-year-olds. Wasn't she his cousin too? Wasn't a 14-year-old cousin?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yes. I'm thinking about Woody Allen when I think about Asian stepdaughters. That's what I'm thinking about with Woody Allen.
That is like the ultimate grooming, right? Like that's like they always talk about how pedophiles like groom kids.
Nice,
like,
Dan. Nice. He's watching on his sex box. Yeah.
Oh, sex bot. I thought you said sex bot, because I was like, that's awesome. Just imagine if they made sex bots, but with TVs in them. So when you bend them over doggy style, the TV is like right there between the shoulder blades, so you can just like bang and then watch at the same time. Patent pending.
Patent pending. Once again, a brand new breaking age idea on the Podfix Network. That's right. Just like hashtag taint chips.
Coming to a Japanese vending machine in 2018. The sex bot with a TV in the back.
I like it. Copyright pending.
I'll buy that at a high price.
At least a solid 5Gs, possibly 10.
That's right.
Isn't that what those fucking things cost? Like $10,000 or something?
But they have
it's
like
something
real
absurd. Yeah, they have real sex doll things.
I don't want a doll. It's the butter passing robot. It's just like, what is my directive? To pass butter. Except it's going to be a tiny little sex robot that's just big enough to like wrap its little robot hands around your shaft and then like work it up. And then once it becomes self-aware and realizes what it was created for, it's just going to commit suicide.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Let me grab one thing and then we are rolling, people.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Barbara.
Oh man, I should have worn my Negan outfit while we did this. I would have been sweating my ass off in a leather jacket though.
All right, here we go. Save image as to desktop.
It can be a 4K sex bot. Sex box. 4K sex box.
Is anybody
sex box?
Here, I need to share this shit to like fucking I'll just do it later.
Partially sick. Very sad that my computer died today.
Yeah, that is really just absolutely no good whatsoever, man. That's not.
I'm sure everyone's crying a river of tears for no Super Movie Brothers episode this week.
I am.
No, no one is. Not even you. You'll find another podcast to fill your hole.
But no, man. I'm just like, this is the story of a girl who tried to go around
the whole world. Why she looks so sad in photographs. I absolutely love her when she smiles. We're going to get this movie rolling here.
Yep, 1 second. I am literally just doing one thing real quick.
You got to put up that like stock photo of like a monkey just throwing its hands up in the shoulders being like, we're experiencing technical difficulties. Sorry.
That would make sense. Yeah, there we go. I need that with the monkey holding the wrench. I'm finding that picture for next time. I almost took that picture of the girl from that one in Wes's zombie pic that Shampoo pointed out. Just be like, just every time something happened, just be like, and then her.
I said holes.
Death
Actually,
eyes.
I said holes, not fill your hole. I said holes, as in ear holes.
Not nose holes. Any other holes?
You got the wrong picture up. That says most dangerous game. It says most dangerous game.
Oh no, does it?
Yeah, it really does. On the
oh wait, no. It fixes. I meant to do this before we actually like started. All right, so now we're actually gonna get to it.
One. There we go. No buttholes. We're not playing with buttholes tonight, Ashley. Our buttholes will remain virgin. Oh, I could say mine is. I don't know. I can't speak for John.
Hey, I plead fifth. I mean,
I've been on the inside. I've been behind bars.
Not like that, bruh. Not like that. I have, but no, not like that.
My bike seat fell off. I sat down. I didn't know it was gone.
God damn.
All
right.
Ashley, do you not know that now in Technicolor's real name is John? It's John. Yeah. Are you questioning his name, or are you wondering whether he's had anal sex?
She's questioning my sexual proclivities.
Either way, I'm disappointed in you because you should know the answer is yes to both of them. Shouldn't even need to put a question mark up.
I love you all. All right, so there we go.
All right, let's
all right, everybody. So this has been long enough. So, all right, everybody, it's time for another installment of Mindless Commentary Theater.
Let's get it started. You guys are on a date? Are we literally the entertainment for Dan and Ashley's date? That feels awkward. John, you there?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I like to wait till the end of the song.
I didn't know there was a song button. I can't hear shit.
All right, everybody. So this is John from Now in Technicolor, and this is Mindless Commentary Theater, Night of the Living Dead. So I'm sitting here with my good man Dave, and here I gotta get this pulled back up so we can see Dave.
Yeah,
there's Dave.
Good to see everybody.
Anyway, where's Dave?
Pleasure. I should be there. I can see me. I can't see you.
Like you're there it goes. It's being stupid. Haha.
I wonder if it's when I shrink my icon down for Skype if it drops it from the live stream.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. Let's just move forward. No one needs to see Dave. That's okay.
No, man, you're perfectly on the live stream now.
Oh,
smiling and shaking your dick at everybody, shaking your weenie.
just shaking my dick everywhere.
But how's it going, everybody? Damn it, there goes Dave again.
See, I think it is. When I minimize my Skype, it goes away.
It does. It goes away.
Oh, man, that means I can't look at the live chat. Sorry, live chat, but you gotta go.
Oh! Hacksaw Jim Duggan. About to hop in a match, boys. Get
Why is there an ad over my face? There was just an ad over my face. There's still an ad over my face.
Why is there an ad over your face? Get the ad away. God damn it. Ads.
Every time my face comes up, you put an ad over my face. Shameless shameless. How much are you getting paid for this, John?
Oddly enough, nothing. Oddly enough, nothing. YouTube's sneaking them in on us. They're just like they're sneaking them in over your face.
YouTube's got to get them ducats.
You gotta get them ducats, even off of something like this.
No, my phone's dead. Actually, I can't keep up with the live stream on that. I let that die. I was on the phone with like Lenovo tech support for like 3 hours today. It was ridiculous.
It was awful. It was awful. All they told him that they could do was hang up the phone on him.
Yeah. They're like, we'll send you a box. Send your laptop back to us in a box on Tuesday. It'll be there on Tuesday.
Yeah, Jake the Snake Roberts. He smoked a lot of crack. A lot.
Interesting thing about Jake the Snake. Yeah.
No. Do you want to see Jake the Snake smoke crack? Like, you can actually physically watch him smoke crack.
No, I don't want to physically see that. I don't.
It's on WWE's Behind the Mat from like the 1990s. It's fucking ridiculous. Like it's a terrible encounter. It makes you feel horrendous while you're watching it, but you're just like, God damn.
My phone's over here, Shirley, but I can't see it. The cord's just too short, and I don't feel like yanking on my cord all day.
I'm sure he is, Dan. I'm sure he is. He's ragging on your cord, man. Get him.
You want to trade belts? And it's like, well, no, because your belt is just an extension cord tied around your waist. Hey, man, he's ragging on your cord.
That's fucking great. Oh, oh, I love the Simpsons. Love them. And you know what else we love? Romero.
And zombies.
And zombies. Well, admittedly, there for a little while, I was getting a little overrun with zombies a couple years ago. Like there was zombies everywhere between the TV, movies, and like comics. It was just zombie, and I was like, God damn, can we get a break from zombies?
Never.
And
No
apparently
breaks.
Never. There's
Well,
never
I
a
mean,
break
now
from
the only
zombies.
thing zombie related really out there is just like The Walking Dead. There's no zombie movies except for World War Z 2 when that comes out.
That's
in, like,
true.
2019.
That's true. The
So-
Game of Thrones technically has zombies. It's the
They're
White
not
Walker-
technically zombies. They're magic zombies.
They're
I don't believe-
magic zombies.
Yeah, they're magic zombies.
Well, that's cool.
Man, it's just
Just stop for a second.
no, I was just waiting for the movie to start. Let's get that.
We're
movie
actually
started.
gonna get that movie started. All right,
We're gonna get
everybody.
that- let's
It's
gotta
time
get
for-
that movie started.
It's time for movies. It's time for movies.
And we should. I'm glad we're not doing the 1990 remake. Did you
Right?
ever watch that?
No,
The one directed by
I
Tom
didn't
Savini?
actually.
It's not good. It's just not good. Even though it's like practically it's like Psycho, and Psycho is like a shot for shot remake, and then like all of a sudden like the ending is sort of like different. Like it has the exact same ending, but what I mean is like more people go to fill up the gas and stuff like that. More, I don't know. It's like more.
Yeah.
And it's like you lose a lot of the mystery that was going on in this film, where like you're not seeing everything from the outside, and for some reason like black and white was extremely like scary in this movie. So yeah, when you see it in color, it just doesn't work so well. Oh, and shitty 90s actors, like nobody actors, like they're just terrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm sure that's just grand.
It's like you can accept the bad actors from 1968, but you can't accept the bad actors in 1990.
No, not really, especially for a shot-for-shot remake, basically. And you're just like, all you were supposed to do was improve upon the acting, and you didn't do that at all.
Ashley, you've never seen Night of the Living Dead?
Oh heck!
Heck, man. And Wes is the same way. Get your boy Wes on here. Let's all
Aw.
watch it together.
I'll be sure to watch out, Ashley. If there's one thing I seem to have learned in my life, you never get in front of a rampaging Ashley.
He's off in Westland. All right. Now the movie's starting.
Man, geez, I'll tell you what, I sure do love driving through graveyards. Sure is a good time. I mean, Sunday day, just driving through the graveyard, looking at all the dead people, really gives you a sense of being alive.
I just realized, like, if I'm watching this on the live stream and the live stream has a delay on it, all my comments are going to be delayed. Are you watching it on the live stream, or are you watching it on a different window?
I'm literally, I am technically watching this bitch on 3 windows.
So, screenplay by John Russo. Interesting thing. John Russo is also the guy who wrote the screenplay for Return of the Living Dead, which has a completely different zombie lore. When it came time to do a sequel for Night of the Living Dead, he really, really, really wanted to do that type of sequel. He wanted it to be more humorous and really delve into like the dead, like what makes them tick. And George A. Romero's like, no, that's not what I want to do at all. He's like, I want to leave the dead mysterious. I don't want you to know how the dead rose. I don't want you to know what makes them really tick. I want them to be ominous, mindless, shambling creatures. He's like, and they had like a falling out over it. And then Russo went on to do the Return of the Living Dead series, and he continued to do Night of the Living Dead, and Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead.
Which row is it in?
What is it? Diary of the Dead, Island of the Dead. So many deads, lots of deads.
Spa of the Dead.
None were as good as
Getaway
the
of the
three,
Dead.
I probably not, actually. I don't think you can throw subtitles up on the film itself that we have streaming, because if you throw probably because this is ripped from YouTube. All the movies we do are free movies on YouTube, so I doubt that they have closed captioning on them.
Yeah, I did actually raise the volume on the movie though, so hopefully that helps.
All right, John, what scene are you at in the movie so I can sync myself up with
I
it?
am looking at him. He is now kneeling down in front of his mother's grave.
All right, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try to catch up to you, because I'm watching it on a live stream, which is obviously delayed. So
indeed, sir. Indeed.
I don't want to be commentating too late there, but we should be coming up to the part very soon where we see our first zombie, which George A. Romero in these films, they are never referred to as zombies.
It's like, right, bitch, get on your knees and you pray.
They're only ever
pray. You pray that I don't turn your ass into the living dead.
They are referred to. They were always referred to as the dead, or as ghouls. Is the other thing that they wind up getting referred to as, but never as the dead. All right, what minute mark are you at, John?
5 minutes and 27 seconds.
Bingo. All right, that's where I'm at. All right, so 5:30. There we go. Come on. This is my favorite part too. They're coming to get you,
all right, look, man. I done told you once. You better pray your ass off, because I'm about to whip your ass, bitch.
I love the way he plays. Like, he looks
he's
like
he's about to put my pimp hand down on your motherfucking ass. I done told you. You look at me, point at you. Look at me, point at you.
You turn tricks. You get the money, then you give me the money.
I done told you. $100. I done know you turn more tricks than $100.
You're still afraid.
You're my best girl, Sally. You're my best girl. Don't you go holding out on me.
You see, you know why I brought you to this grave, y'all? Because you don't give me my motherfucking money. You're going to be laying in one of these graves.
I mean, was it purposeful that they got like a brother that just looked like he was absolutely psycho? Like, he just looks like he looks like the guy that like they put and are like, and it turned out he killed 11 people, and all of his neighbors were like, he was just such a nice guy, so normal. We didn't know that.
He's like, man, he just sat in his apartment. He lived alone. I mean, you really didn't see him a lot. He was kept to himself. Real nice guy.
Yeah, always friendly with all the neighborhood kids.
I'll be damned. You mean he had a whole couch built out of skeletons, eh?
So here's what I don't like. What I never understood about this. Like, it's pretty clear that like Romero didn't really have an idea of like the zombies. this fight. Because like this guy, you don't know what this guy is. Like, you know, is he supposed to be a guy that came out of a coffin? Is he supposed to be a guy that like was just?
I don't know, man. He's probably the cemetery correct?
Yeah, well, like later on in I believe it's Dawn of the Dead or one of the other movies, they show a guy who actually gets up out of a casket, and when he does, his suit is open in the back, and that's the way, you know, you actually put people in suits when you bury them. So here he's actually in just like a full suit. So
it's the cemetery curator.
Yeah, that's what I always assumed. Yeah, he's a cemetery curator, you know.
Motherfucker, he's like, hey man,
get that car.
He was actually running up. He was like, motherfucker, you ain't supposed to be here. You got to pay for one of these graves.
You got a grave viewing ain't free.
He's like, man, I don't give a shit if you put this bitch in this grave. But I'm gonna tell you what, you're gonna have to slide off a cool 5K.
He looks like this guy just looks like every Florida meth head.
Dude, I swear to God, this guy's, I was about to say, this motherfucker on bath salts. That's all this is. He smoked a bad batch last night, and man, he just fucked up.
That's what it looks like. He's
like, bitch, I done paid for a number 2. Done paid for a number 2, and you done live me.
And now this is the only Romero movie where the zombies use tools. They'll pick up rocks, and They'll do some things that are like Romero zombie-like. He refines the formula a whole lot more in Dawn of the Dead. But since that one actually is copywritten and this one isn't, we're watching this one for free, royalty-free, no lawsuits.
Oh yeah, no, she's a fucking tard.
Oh yeah, she is. And right. The best part is you can tell that they filmed that car hitting that tree like several times.
No, you know what the best part was? Like, they're like, man, I hit that motherfucker with some sledgehammers before we actually get this sumbitch in the scene.
No, I think they actually probably shot it several times and it was just already dented up. But obviously, with such a small budget, you can't really afford to crank up more than one car.
Well, I mean, either it was the second shot, because the first shot she almost killed herself.
Yeah, they actually did kill the original actors. They had to get a new one.
I'm telling you, just like this girl I knew drove right into a fucking pole at a goddamn ATM. It was ridiculous. Tore up the whole side of that car just like it. It's insane. Oh, come on now. What do we... It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre's coming up,
That's
man.
what I'm gonna say. Yeah, the way this like you can even see like the camera goes out of focus a lot in this movie. They just didn't have. They had like zero budget for this film, so
I'm waiting
amazing.
for Leatherface to pop out of like the fucking basement.
But this isn't Texas. This is Pennsylvania. All of Romero's movies, well, the first two take place in Pennsylvania.
He was a traveler.
This is a really aggressive traveling salesman.
Yeah. He's like, motherfucker, you gonna buy this vacuum?
Buy my Bibles. No, buy them.
All right, finally, where's she supposed to be?
I paid you with a basket of Blinsons to paint my fence. Those Blinsons were terrible. Paint my fence. Make me. Give me back my Blinsons.
That was fucking terrible. A second ago, I apologize. I'm telling you, just keeps running back.
I know. Yeah, she clearly like this. Like everyone expected, like one of the things this movie gets like praised
like,
for
motherfucker,
is
I tell
how
you what, I'm gonna cut a titty off, and then you ain't gonna do shit.
It doesn't portray a black man as like stereotypical, like in 1968. Like he's not a stereotypical black man in this. But however, they do stereotype the blonde. She is just stupid.
Oh, she's ditzy. She literally looks like if she was sitting in the middle of the field in a rowboat, she'd be trying to row that motherfucker, talking about, I can't get to shore.
It's just, I'm just spinning in circles. Just keep doing circles.
If I could swim, I'd come over and kick your ass.
And just like every Western Pennsylvania home, there's dead animals everywhere.
I love the ominous music for the dead animals on the wall.
Yeah.
There was more goddamn ominous music for those dead animals than there was when the zombie attacked.
I know you in there, bitch.
Like, Rhonda, get out here,
Draw
Rhonda.
your shades.
I told you, I know you in there with Ted. You better get the fuck out that house.
I come home after a long day of work, catch you another man digging your ass.
Like, not my bad, motherfucker.
I'm gonna tear this whole motherfucking house down. Who are you trying to call? No one's out there.
I guess you're trying to call Ghostbusters, but she about fucking 20 years too early.
Now, in 1968, when you pick up the phone and, like, you know, you try to call the operator, there's no dial tone. Like, don't you already know? I mean, you know.
Dan proceeds to say that he has no dead animals in his house, in his home.
Not yet, Dan. You haven't got hunting season's only just upon us. You just haven't
killed
it yet.
It's true. You've already missed dove season, though.
Oh, there's more.
That's true. There is second season.
I love the way he turns. He's just like, friends, help me tear this motherfucker down.
I don't know a redneck that does not have a deer head in their house.
Yeah. I'm just going to pretend that from now on that the guy that's been chasing her this whole time, he is a Southern Baptist minister. She lain with the man out of wedlock. God will strike her down. Why was that body like so decomposed? Like clearly that body.
Apparently, it
was
had been sitting there for clearly about 100 and 200 years already.
Yeah.
Clearly, the rats got to it. Hey, baby, what are you doing? Oh hell, you better run away from that motherfucker. That's a damn Jehovah's Witness. Lock the fucking door.
He's trying to sell Bibles. He wants to tell you about the Book of Jova.
Don't worry about him. I can handle him.
All right, so what we got to do is we got to strip down naked. Then we going to answer the door and ask him to sacrifice a chicken.
Apparently this whole shit started with some voodoo.
She clearly needs to get right with God.
The devil did this when there's no more room in hell.
And you
dead
don't
walk the earth.
And you need
I suppose you've tried to
donate to your church and don't ask no questions.
See, look, he picked up the phone and he's like, "No, dial tone. Well, I'm gonna sit here and maybe like try to figure this out." Not working. Okay.
Well, you know, it's a man in 1968.
Yeah, she was all frantic. She was like, "Push the button. Maybe it's just not. Maybe the wire's loose."
They're still wondering if women can actually figure out how to fucking vote.
Dude, suffrage was in the 1920s. Women knew how to vote.
The 60s was terrible.
The 60s wasn't great.
They were like, admittedly, like she should be burning her bra right about now, talking about women's lib.
Oh, not her. Not her.
Not her. She's clearly not strong enough.
She was waiting for the right man. She just wanted to be a housewife, man. That's all she
needed
wanted.
a strong black man to take her up in her arms, take him up, and then whisk her away.
At some point, I mean, he will smack a bitch. At some point.
I mean, why not? Don't lay a pimp hand down.
He will back.
He done told her where the fuck he's like, "Yo, pimp dead. I done took you over. You're mine now. Don't make me get the coat hangers."
But then, see, there's fresh blood. So, like, if that body upstairs had been dead for a long time, why is it fresh blood?
Because someone's not paying attention to context. And like,
yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, attention to detail in this movie. Oh my God, she acts like every employee that comes to me and they're just like, "Oh, I'm sick. I need a day off."
No, I swear to God, she looks like that. She looks like the person that chases the fucking colored guy around the convenience store. Go, "You buy now."
I just have to put. Did you just refer to someone as a colored guy?
It's not my fault. 1968 was racist.
Oh shit! Everyone thought we were terrible the last time. We went too far last time, making fun of Zordupa. But I don't get it. Like, see, in this one, they're smart enough to take the lights out. Smart enough to.
I love that guy, man. He is literally one of the best characters in this movie.
Oh yeah.
He is literally legitimately. That guy's awesome.
Bashing brains in. He don't.
Fuck yeah. He's like, "I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, motherfucker. You get the hell off me."
Like, I don't think this movie does is it doesn't do. Does it do someone who gets bitten turns? Like, I don't think they do that. I think like someone just dies and they come back. They don't do like someone who gets bitten turns in this one. That doesn't happen until Dawn of the Dead. So like everything everyone attributes to like modern zombies really didn't come from this movie. It comes from Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, it was the later incarnation of.
Look at this! Look at this Robert Mitchum motherfucker. That guy looks like Robert Mitchum.
He's like, "Can I please help you with a loan on a new car?"
What's it gonna take to get into a new car?
Fuck yeah, cracker killing. This motherfucker come over, like, he answers the motherfucking door, goddamn postman gives him any lip. This damn postman like, "Man, what kind of football team you play for?" "The Cucamonga Cracker Killers. And the season is good."
The season is good.
Friday. You never seen Friday.
They look so easy. I mean, the zombies just look pretty easy to fight off in this one.
Actually, next Friday.
The Friday after next?
No. That line is literally from next Friday.
I've only ever seen Friday. I know that there's a next Friday and a Friday after next, and now there's like another one that's supposed to be coming out. It's a fourth one. And
I don't know.
Called it's like That Friday. It's called.
It's supposed to be Last Friday.
Yeah, the last Friday. That's it.
No, not even just last Friday.
Well, it's the last one. Johnny Witherspoon will be there. He likes getting paid.
Yeah. I hope they actually make it. I want to fucking see it.
He likes getting
paid. It's supposed to have Smokey back in it and shit.
First one's great.
I love that damn series. That's a fun ass series.
I only like the first one. I've never seen any of the
After
other
Next
ones.
has fucking Cat Williams and talk about, man, no, Damon, I'm just a boy.
She clearly needs to get right with God. That's right, Ashley.
Look at it.
Like, what the fuck kind of hole is that on top of that damn thing's head? It looks like they just stuck a piece of veal like on top of his fucking head.
Yeah.
So, man, there's a hole.
Dude, budget was so low for this, and all the blood is chocolate syrup too. Like that's what George A. Romero used. It's black and that's why they filmed in black and white.
He's like, man, chocolate syrup cheap.
Yeah, it was cheap, and it was cheaper to film in black and white, and you got away with a little bit. Oh, you got a lot more out of a little bit with special
I'm gonna burn
effects,
this
with
crap
practical
up.
effects. Yeah, it's where he learns that they're afraid of fire for some unknown reason.
Well, they're technically dead, so they should burn pretty easily.
Right. Well, I mean, but like in later incarnations of his Dead series, like zombies would just walk through the fire and
That's
just catch on
true.
fire.
That is very
and not
true.
care, and not because they're just driven to feed. In this one, they don't really get into that. I mean, they do later on when you just see them ravenously feeding on people later on, and then one of them
These
like reaches on a
bill
tree.
collectors done, I got a brother laid up in this house. Bitch, you better help me out. You better hold this door, man. We can't let these motherfuckers in here. It's my house.
All this for an eviction notice.
I'm telling you. Hey man,
I knew my landlord was a racist.
my uncle was a
Sending all
mail.
this-
Hey man, my uncle was a mailman for a long time. He delivered fucking a last notice, like tax notice, to somebody that they had to sign for. They came up with a shotgun.
Oh, well, hell yeah! Shoot the messenger, right?
Yeah, they was gonna blow his. They were gonna shoot him the fuck up. They told him to get the fuck out of here. He was like, "Hey man, I don't even give a fuck. Fuck your mail."
What they didn't, what they don't tell you is that actually none of these people are dead. This is just a scare tactic by the KKK.
Yeah.
They've mistaken them for an interracial couple. Now they've.
Hey man, 1968, Northern Pennsylvania was a rough place. Rough place.
Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes.
I love how he has to talk to her like a baby throughout this
That
entire
was
movie.
actually just thinking that. I was like, man,
That's
he
how he
is
talks to her.
legit like talking to her like she is fucking incompetent.
Well, because at this point she is like she's vacant. She's not there. She's okay, and then she just drops to her knees and she's just like, "You want me to do this? No. But this is why I said start nailing up windows. Why are you on your knees? Get up." I just thought you wanted me to suck it, make you feel good.
Yeah.
Can you make me feel
Just a
good?
Just a tip.
turns into Halle Berry from Monsters Ball. Can you make me feel good? Like all she can do is like wander around.
I
and
remember it's
look
just like
at
one of
you.
those things I saw the other day where a woman was like, "Oh man, fucking." This woman's on the plane, and he's like, she gets naked. They think she's gonna die. And she's like, "What are you man enough to make me feel like a woman?" And the dude just stands up, takes off his shirt, hands it to her, and says, "Here, iron this." And I'm like, "That's cold. That's cold as shit."
That's cold, man. Can you iron this? Speaking of which, he just picked up an ironing board. What do you think he's gonna ask her next?
He's about to take that fucking shirt off.
He's gonna take that cardigan off he's wearing. He's just like, here, I just got a little wrinkle. Try to get the stain off the
He's
lapel
like,
too.
"Take care of this shirt while I board these motherfucking doors and windows up. Make yourself useful."
Now, what they don't know yet is that there is a family of cannibalistic humanoid. I know she picks up like tiny little pieces. She's like, "Will this do anything?" He's like, "No, bitch, that's too small. Get that shit out of here."
Oh no!
That
Ashley's
weekend
dog
shit.
heard the show and has now come to sit down and watch it.
Was like, "Oh, it's Anyang. I get that." And then like it took me another hour, and then I was like, "Oh God, it's Arrested Development."
No
Anyang.
chuds. Or chuds. I think I got it wrong.
What, cannibalistic humanoid underdweller?
Yeah.
Chuds. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's in the basement. The family who I can only assume is Jewish. I mean, I just assume that they are.
Well, I mean, you know, Nazis and shit.
Exactly.
They're gonna find a diary about 10 years later.
Yeah, it's that guy's basement diary. it's the little zombie girl's.
He's like day 4. I defecated on myself and I could not move to remove the waste.
I just waited till it hardened and I chipped it off with a screwdriver.
If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors.
There you go. Now the cardigan's coming off. You're getting down to work. Roll them sleeves up too while you're at it, man.
That's ridiculous.
Veto
He's getting
Chud.
excited.
There he goes, rolling up them sleeves. Gonna do man's work.
He's like, I'm about to do some man's work, bitch.
He's gonna lay her right on that table.
He's like, once I get this motherfucking cover off this motherfucking table,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay you on it, baby.
Beekman's Diner.
Like, now lay down right there. Smile at me.
All right. Now I'm gonna need you to get on your shoulders.
Anyhow, that's
Put your ass in
the truck
there.
I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I jumped
Oh, look,
in
it
to
must have been
listen
my
to
grandmother's house. Everything is covered in plastic.
I'm telling you, this looks like my great grandmother's house. You walk in, hell, you step on the floor, you fall down because there's no traction.
Grabbing and holding on.
Perfectly polished hardwood floors.
I
Her
didn't
poor
see that
dog
at
gave
first.
up walking years ago.
And they always want to put the motherfucking china right in front of the door so that you slide towards it every
Those things
motherfucking
catching
time.
up to it.
My wife was just saying, because for some reason my dog keeps like pissing on the carpet. She's like, "That's it, we're going to all hardwood floors." And I was like, "Great, now that
Great, so that way now we can see it, and then
Yeah,
if we don't
and we
take
can
care of it
hear the
right away,
dog.
it can just like welt up.
Because you hear the dogs just like every time they walk on the hardwood floor. Click, 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 click,
That's
click,
true.
click.
Well, no, if you go with actual hardwood floor, it just creates a giant stain.
Oh yeah, I don't want it. No, I'm gonna do that cheap fucking composite. No, it gives a shit anymore.
Obviously not this brother, because he is taking some hard getting at whatever he is trying to build. He's like, I'm gonna break this motherfucker. We're gonna make a boat.
I think he makes torches out of it. He uses them. He uses the legs to make torches out of.
I know.
And for beating. Those things look good for beating.
That's true. Her ass.
I mean, this
Such a
guy
dumb
came in.
motherfucker.
One of the things that like I do actually really like about this movie is you get like almost zero backstory out of anybody. Like all you know is that Barbara and her brother were visiting their mother's grave. And other than that, you really don't know much story about anybody else. The teenagers, you find out that they're locals. I mean, you get no backstory in this guy, but he's the guy that has the plan, and he's the guy that's right about everything the whole time, except for one aspect, which we'll get into later. But
Where everything was smooth, man. The stocks was high. Coke was flowing.
I rode on a raft down the Mississippi with young Tom Sawyer, and
Johnny.
it's all word for our people.
You can't say it. Aren't they trying to remove that from the book or some shit? And I'm
You
like,
can't. The book was written in the 1800s.
I've honestly heard someone trying to say that they're
That was
trying to remove it
accepted
from the book.
vernacular
And
when
I'm
the
just
book
like,
was written.
hey, I mean, look, man, we all understand. We know, but the book's written forever ago. Like, that's just trying to change history.
No, you have to leave that in. Like, I mean, it's like how Germany just erased everything.
Oh, man, I'm getting so hot.
Yeah.
Let me remove my
Can
vestments.
you make me feel good? Can you make me feel good?
Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?
Herbal essences.
Johnny,
Dude, her
if we'd
hair
gotten
is
up earlier,
stiff.
we wouldn't
Like,
be late.
it barely moves. It was a lot of
It
hair.
is, man. I'm telling you,
She's
like,
afraid.
that is a shit ton
And
of
I said,
hairspray.
I'm not afraid, Johnny.
The whole neo zone is located directly above her head. As-
Man,
as
you
she
notice
puts
she
on
isn't
the
laying her
hairspray.
head on nothing, because as soon as it touches something, you're going to see a giant
And
grease
Johnny
spot.
kept teasing
Yeah.
me and saying,
Clunk.
he's
You'll
coming
hear
to
it clunk.
get you, Barbara. And I laughed at him and said, Johnny, stop.
She's one of those ones that like
And then
she's very squeaky
Johnny
when
ran
she
away.
cries, and her mouth barely. You know, when she cries, you can tell.
I went over this and
She's like, I like long walks on the beach. Man to lift me up and carry me to
And
the
I
bed.
looked up.
Strong
Rose
man.
petals.
And I said,
Strong
"Please."
black man.
And he
Hey,
grabbed
hey.
me.
Ashley,
He
retard
grabbed me.
is not
And he
accepted
lifted
vernacular.
me.
You can't use that. You gotta be PC if you're gonna be on our live stream.
I mean, I did kind of say tard like a long time ago.
You also said colored. So, so like I thought I was podcasting with my dead grandfather for a few minutes.
This was in reference to the way she was saying it.
Look, now she's cold again. She's buttoning up. She's getting hot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She can't figure it out. She's like, oh no, Mama wouldn't like it, but oh man,
Premenopausal. I'm just so attracted to him. So attracted to this man.
I'm just so attracted to him. I want this man, but the times say no. But my loins say yes.
But my body is telling me yes.
We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there.
She's just constantly like asking him, "What are you
Please,
doing?
don't
What's
you
going?"
hear me? We've
Just
got to go
if you
out
can't
and get
help,
him.
then sit there and shut up. That's really
How
the only way.
stupid is this bitch at this point?
We
Yeah,
gotta
like
go
she-
get him.
Bitch, I done told you that motherfucker dead already.
Yeah, I mean he's
What's going
dead.
on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone.
Your brother
Oh man, is this where he smacks her? I'm pretty sure this is where he fucking smacks her.
Dead.
And we all know that Sean Connery said, "Slapping a woman with an open hand." is
See,
not
I done
the
told
worst
you.
thing."
You done had to,
Boom!
bitch, I done told you I had to lay my pimp hound down on your ass. I done told you.
He hit her so hard he knocked her to fuck.
Yeah, it's like, bitch, I done told you I was gonna knock your ass back in the next week. You didn't have my motherfucking money.
You have to call him One Punch Dwayne from now on. You just knocked her the fuck out.
That's where they got the idea of One Punch Man from.
Just right there. Just like,
They like, man, that
Where's she-
motherfucker knocked her ass
now,
out.
look, now he's just undressing her. Just
Yep. He's like, I'm gonna fill your ass up later.
going back to work.
God.
But now, like, everything else
60s, they
doesn't
did some
work.
fucked up shit.
But the radio works, doesn't it?
Radio works, I think.
Yeah, and nothing else works. But radio still works.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because
Gotta
of
get
the
a ham
crisis
radio.
which is even
That's
now
the only way you
developing,
can still
this
talk to the
radio
truckers that
station
are
will
out there.
remain
All the good
on
old
the
boys
air.
out
Yeah,
there.
thank you to the few
This
people
station and hundreds of
watching
other
this with
radio and
us.
TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources
We
for
love
an
you.
emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments.
Just
At
like
this
this
hour,
motherfucker
we
loves
repeat,
hitting shit
these
with
are
hammers.
facts as we know
There are
them.
two other
There is
people
an
in here.
epidemic
I'm not
of mass
sweating it.
murder being committed by a
Way to go,
virtual
Ashley.
army of unidentified
Yeah.
assassins.
Yeah, I'm not sweating it.
You're good. You're good.
What I don't get, so like when he's,
I want to know. Wait. All right. Okay, there's a nail. I was like, is this motherfucker literally just tapping on the board for no goddamn
no,
reason?
he's putting nails in. But what I want to know is like, there has been a shit ton of ruckus going on upstairs, and the people in the basement have not come up like at all to be like, what's going on? You know, like they did nothing to secure the house. They just hid in the basement, and then they'll come up and they'll be like, oh look, you already made a fortress for us. How nice, thank you. But like, not once did this dude who's down there with his wife and his kid come up and try to like figure out what the fuck is going on.
He's like, do you understand what kind of fucked up shit I've been doing to these motherfuckers down there in that basement? I thought this was the end of times. I thought we was already dead. I have molested all of them.
His wife and his kid.
Yeah.
Man, you're in a dark place right now, aren't you, John?
I am just saying some fucked up shit.
You're going off, man. Man, I never realized like just how like I've seen this movie a ton of times, and I've never realized just how few zombies there are like in it. Like really, I mean, it's not like hordes like there's in like Dawn of the Dead or anything like that. Like it really just is like a couple dozen out there, like at most. Like it seems like a pretty manageable plague.
Everything is fine.
Outbreak.
If you work at a factory, keep your ass there. We need you working.
Yeah,
you need
that's
to
right.
make sure you don't go a goddamn place, because if everything fall out, we need your goods.
But what I mean, like, yeah, it seems very manageable. Like, you know, you see him fighting off the dead in this, and it seems like very like scary. But like, if this was Rick from The Walking Dead, I mean, this shit would have been taken. This shit would have been handled in like
Well,
5
he
minutes.
just walked out, like shot everything in the face,
Yeah.
and then just gone on about it.
Fucking whistling Dixie down the train track.
Yeah,
Just like,
he
go.
stabbed a few things in the face with a knife.
Yeah, and that show makes it so easy just to stab things through the skull.
Well,
And,
actually,
like,
I guess when he loses that hand, you know, attach a knife to his fucking stub, and then pucka!
oh, that you're talking about Merle. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that show makes it so easy to look like, oh, look, like, the knives go through the heads like butter. And it's just like, you know how hard it is to drive a knife through a skull and then actually pull that knife out? Usually the knife would just get wedged in the
Like,
skull.
a lot of times it will break.
Yeah, and believe me, when I worked for the coroner's office, I saw a person who was stabbed in the head. That knife was not coming out. We had to cut the skull open to get that knife out of the head.
Yeah.
It was tough. But The Walking Dead makes it look just so easy, and they always like write it off as like, oh well, they're decomposing. Yeah, but the bones are not like turning into soup. Just the skin around them is.
It's like calcium doesn't necessarily decompose.
It doesn't break down. Quite the same as everything else. It stays there. Like she's just realizing, I got socked in the jaw. Do it again.
Oh, baby.
She turns into the girl from Archer. Sploosh.
Yeah, sploosh.
Choke me. Now
Choke me, baby, choke me. I'll get you some. I'll get you some prawns.
Ah, yeah, you deserve a break, man. You've been nailing.
Man, let me get one of these new potes out. Oh, hell,
I think
bitch.
it's a lucky strikes, man.
Oh yeah.
It's 1968.
That's
Smoked what my
true.
grandfather
That's
used to smoke.
true.
Unfiltered Lucky Strikes.
That's true. So yep. Let me get one of these Lucky Strikes out. Somebody give me a 40.
I was just watching Stranger Things and I realized that like Chief Hopper in that, like he smokes unfiltered Camels, and I was like, fuck, that's harsh, man. That dude lives harsh.
It is rough.
Just everything just seems like so much more manly back then, you know? Smoking unfiltered
Ashley wants
cigarettes.
to know how you is like. How do you know how hard it is to stab through skulls?
She didn't hear me say that I worked for a coroner.
I think it was just.
I worked
late.
at
I think it was late.
Yeah, I worked at a coroner, Ashley. I used to do death investigations, so.
I was like,
I,
hell, they got a fucking firearm in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Why the hell did I look for this when I was knock all them damn boards up?
Why do they call it the Winchester? There's the Winchester. There's a rifle above the bar. We think that's deactivated. This one's not deactivated.
I think they filed out the pin.
Eastern portion of Texas. Similar killings have been reported around.
But dogs can look up.
But nothing like
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
I have actually
she's
had a deactivated firearm. They just filed a fucking firing pin off of it.
we were facing
Yeah.
some kind of national emergency. When first reports began.
Look, it's just like a man. He beat just like any abusive
Place is boarded
relationship.
up pretty
Yep.
solid,
You
though.
beat the woman, and then you get her gift.
He's like, I got you a gift, baby. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm sorry about having to whip your ass, but you knew you was out of line.
Food and the radio.
Then Sean Connery told Barbara Waters it was okay as long as it's not a
Sooner or later,
closed
someone-
fist.
Bound to come and get us out.
Barbara, he did actually. He was just like, Barbara, it's okay. I have not changed my stance on this at all. As a matter of fact, if a woman actually yells,
Yeah,
she
did you ever see
always has to
Barbara
have the
Waters?
last word.
Did you
She
ever
always
see
seems to
Barbara
have it.
Waters' follow-up video with the follow-up interview with him? Like he said that like years before, and then she did a follow-up interview with him like years
Yeah,
later.
oh no, that's what I'm saying. She says,
Yeah,
do you
and
still
he's
feel
just
like
like-
that? And he's like,
"No,
well, Barbara, I
said what I
haven't
said."
changed my stance. I
Anything's
did
trying to
say
break
what
in
I
here,
said,
can hear
and
it from up there.
I do
I'll
believe that
there.
if a woman, she always has to
Especially
have the last
hysterical.
word.
Everything is all right for now. I'll
Slapping a
be
woman in the
back to
face with an open
reinforce
hand
the
is
windows
not
and
the
doors later.
worst thing you could do to him.
But you'll be all right for
Like
now,
Jesus
okay?
Christ.
It's like, good God, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, are we getting it? Sean Connery has hit a woman or two in his day.
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder
And not in just James Bond.
Yeah, not in just James Bond either.
Devoured by their
He ain't
murderers.
just slapping pussy galore around. Hello, pushing. Oh man, poor grandma died in her moo-moo. I would just drag that body outside and light it on fire with everything else. I wouldn't even bother like covering it up like he does. I'd be like, I'm just gonna drag this thing outside.
He's like, oh shit, this motherfucker gonna bring the home value down. I gotta get this shit out of here. I got the appraiser coming over later.
I don't know, like, maybe they do mention it later on. Like, I guess she was supposed to be, like, someone who zombies already fed on, like, and then they vacated the house. I don't understand, like, how that person died. Like, half the face is gone, but the rest of the body looks fine. I'm just going to chalk it up to not enough money for special effects back in 1968. And that thing is a Zenith.
Yeah. And the TVs in Esperanto. You know that's a bitch.
Is Zenith even a company anymore? Like, can you still buy Zenith?
I don't know. I have a fucking Zenith in my fucking kid's room. It's actually like a Zenith like TV with a VCR attached to it.
Yeah. I remember I have. It's a flat screen, but it has the big tube in the back. But it's a Zenith. My parents still have it, and it's a DVD VHS combo. And like, I was really excited at first because I was like, oh my god, I can record DVDs onto VHS.
I remember
like,
those days. I remember those.
Really excited about that. Like, why would I be excited about that? Why would I want to take a superior platform and copy it onto a subpar platform? Why was I so excited about that?
Why? Because we were fools then, Dave. We were fools. It was a new technology.
I'm gonna have everything on VHS.
We were shepherding our way into that flock until only to realize that we were wrong. Deathly wrong. Like that motherfucker that was in the fucking basement.
See, that's one of the things. Like, these people were in the basement. They did not come up to check out what their workers were.
This white motherfucker is just like him to let the black man do all the motherfucking work and then try to take all the credit.
They try everything. They're like, oh, the radio, I already tried that. The phone, oh, I already tried that. And it's like, you're just doing it all over again.
Well, look at him. I mean, look at that tiny motherfucker. He ain't doing no lifting.
What I don't understand is, so like, this guy that's like at the radio right now, he has like a pretty young wife and a young child.
Now you tell me.
But he looks like he's.
He's like, I've been down there beating their ass since we got down there.
But he looks.
I done told them if it was their damn fault that this was the end of the motherfucking world. It was them. It was Timmy's ass for touching himself.
Then you got the short dude over there who's supposed to be playing like a teenager, and he looks like he's 40.
Well, you know.
And of course, I can't gauge his age. Black don't crack, so I can't gauge his age.
He's a cool, whatever the hell you want him to be.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a solid 25. Young, strong black man.
Anywhere between the age of 25 to 40.
Yeah.
His wife and kids downstairs. The kids heard.
Ashley said that's horrifying.
I did hear that.
It's horrifying that I worked for a coroner. It's I was an investigator for the county. It's not that horrible. Someone's got to do those jobs.
All that stuff downstairs with us.
You see some messed up stuff on fire calls.
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you a story since you're still on the live stream. Sometime around August, we got a call that a body was discovered at a state park. So we went with the coroner van to go pick up what we thought was just a body. So we get there, and it's a truck that drove itself deep into the woods, and you could smell it before you got there. When we got there, the truck, like, it looked like it had blacked out windows and everything like that, like deep dark tint. And there was like this horrible sound, like when we got there. What wound up happening was one of the police officers had already opened the door and then shut it, and no one else had opened it until we got there. So the guys who actually had to handle the body went in to open up the door, and when they opened up the door, the windows were black because there was that many flies inside of it. And this guy had shot himself in the head sometime around June in humid southeastern Pennsylvania, and then remained dead in his car, in his truck, with the doors shut and all the windows up, until we found him sometime in mid-August. So we actually had to build a whole new room at the coroner's office just to do his autopsy.
We can make it to the cellar if we
Even
have to.
our specially made
And if we do decide to
decomposition
stay down
room,
there, we'll need
where
some
you're supposed to be
things
able
put up
to
here.
handle that
So
bad a
let's at
smell
least
of bodies,
consider this a while.
wasn't up to snuff. We had to build a whole new one. We had to make a makeshift one out of drop cloths and tent and stuff like that, and make it out in a field with dozens of fans blowing it and sucking it out. It was the worst smell I've ever smelled in my entire life. But one of the funny thing is, like, once we got the body cleaned off and stuff like that, if you watch The Walking Dead, they actually do a really good job at decomposed bodies on that show. Pretty good job. They get it right. So is that disturbing, Ashley? Look at this dude hacking away at that hand. Fucking champ.
He's like, this is where all the years of baseball pay off.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been jerking off for fucking 6 days. My arm's built up like a goddamn jackhammer.
I'm watching Ashley's reaction to my story now.
I saw that.
I didn't. People always ask me when I tell that story. I was like, "Oh, you got pictures?" No, no. That is, I cannot share pictures of that. That's stuff that remains on files at the county. I would not have access to that.
I done shot this bitch in the head. Drive by.
Yeah, I guess this is where he learns that. This is where he learns that. Shoot him in the brain. Shoot him in the head.
Hey, is there a party going on in there?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, let's all go in there.
All right, naked
all right,
butts.
naked butt.
That's not a bad one either.
Some tits, apparently.
The front ain't great though.
No. Man, she must have been in a British fucking club of some sort. Someone hit her in the face with some acid.
But this is weird. So, like, obviously zombies eat human flesh, like the ghouls in this.
Right?
But there, she just picks up like a grasshopper and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna eat that. It's like they're just like mindlessly consuming anything they can get their hands, anything living that they can get their hands on. Makes no sense whatsoever.
Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here.
That's why this one's just not quite as good as Dawn of the Dead. I still love this movie, but Dawn of the Dead is where they finally like perfected the formula.
We've got to have food down there. We've got a right. This is your house. We've got a right. You going down there with him?
Well,
What's this guy yelling about? Yeah, that's right. He wants to go back down the basement, right? Just hanging out in the basement.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't plus. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't plus.
Hell yeah. He's like, man, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I can't be doing this. It's like I gotta be strong enough to beat my kids and wife.
I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid that her old man is so stupid. Now, you get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
Hell yeah. He's like, fuck you, motherfucker. He's like, I know who the hell you told you couldn't read, but I'm gonna beat the fuck out you.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could.
With my help. Let him go, man. His
I'm
mind
gonna
is
try
made up.
something
Just let
real
him
quick.
go.
Wait a minute. Judy?
I don't know. I don't know who the hell wants to see that.
Ooh.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh? It's all right, honey. Go ahead.
People want to see stuff like
He's
that.
like,
Actually, I
oh
don't know
hell,
why.
I got me another hoe.
I don't know why.
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off.
All right. Well, apparently I can't get audio on the movie. Oh well.
Hey, kid.
If I got Skype at the same time, I can't get audio on the movie. Oh well. Such is life. Been doing it this whole time without the audio, so who cares?
I'm boxing myself in down there.
In case you didn't know, we are WKKA-PPX, the #1 radio station that you need for the days of the
They
dead.
want to stay up there and let them.
Now stay tuned for an ad from our sponsors, Zombie Away.
That'd be great if you just hear a commercial and it's just like, in this the end of days, you're gonna need yourself some things, and it's just a guy who's just like,
and one of those things is the Wacky Wheelie Inflatable Inflatable R2 Man, and we're at the Wacky Wheelie Inflatable Inflatable R2 Man Emporium down there on 3rd and 63rd. You come and visit me, and you can get anything you need for your Wacky Wheelie Inflatable Inflatable R2 Nammies, whether it be picnics, barbecues, kids parties.
We got it all.
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Shock.
I can't see because I got ants in my eyes. I got ants in my eyes. So come on down.
Laundry in a basket.
Check it out what we got.
He's like, I done told these motherfuckers I was going to come down here and I was going to beat the hell out y'all.
Let them stay upstairs.
He's like, you know why? Because as soon as they fucking die, I'm going to come up there and I'm going to
That's
slap
right.
that motherfucker. I'm going to slap that black man around because I'm going to tell you what, he can't talk to me like that.
We'll see. When they come begging me, let them
Well, I guess
down
what that guy
here.
doesn't know is that the Grand Dragon's been hiding out in the basement.
Yeah.
What?
All of a sudden, old boy turns into Bruce Leroy.
What do you mean by that?
He's like, I am the motherfucking master.
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some
Did they ever
kind
say
of
what happened to this
password
girl?
that's going
Like,
on
I guess she was bitten, right?
She was bitten with polio.
Radio.
I think they cured polio by 1968.
No, so that's the thing. This guy, they had that kid in like a back room toilet.
Yeah.
Took her home.
It's
She's
royal.
she's never been to the doctor.
It's rural Pennsylvania, so they probably don't even know that the TVs even existed yet. You know,
It's like he had a
They're
Zenith goddamn radio, man.
they're probably still making bullet casings for the Great War.
As far as he was concerned, he's like, nothing made after 1942 is worth a damn. He's like, let me tell you about how lazy these kids are
We
today.
may not enjoy living together.
Electric toothbrushes.
Dying together isn't going to solve anything.
I remember when we had to actually
Those people aren't our
brush our
enemies.
own teeth with horsehair bristles that we made ourselves. We had to go out, cut the hair off the horse, and attach it to the fucking stick, wrapped it around, and then made our own damn toothbrush. After
What's up,
walking
Nick?
10 miles up and then 10 miles
If
back
Judy
in the
would
snow
come
barefoot.
downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come
Ain't
upstairs.
nobody as cold as your boy was that day. He sucked my big black pecker in his mouth.
Look, honey, nothing's going to be done with them down there and us up here.
You motherfucker!
My big black Johnson. That was absolutely my favorite scene in The Hateful Eight.
Oh, dude, that shit was great. That
I
scene
fucking
right
love
there
that
was
scene.
fucking hilarious.
Ain't no man as cold as your boy was that day. And then
Sure
just
enough.
his evil laugh. Nick from Epic Film Guys in the live chat. What is up,
Love
Nick?
you, Nick.
Yeah, Nick, what we realized is there's not a whole lot to make fun of in this movie, so we've turned the characters into pimps and hoes. Pimps
Pretty
and
much.
hoes surviving.
He done sent this
Surviving
bitch
the
back
zombie
down there.
apocalypse.
He's like, you better tell them other bitches they need to get right with God and get the fuck up here and make me some motherfucking money.
Yeah, they're not even zombies out there. They're religious
What the
zealots.
hell is this little bitch's problem?
What's it gonna take to get you into this gold-lined Bible today? What's it gonna take to get you into that?
Yeah, we figured out that all that they're actually running from is Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
They're
in the modern retelling, they're all running from Scientologists.
There we go. Yeah, that makes sense.
They're all holding Dianetics.
But the Our Lord Xenu, man, you need to take that shit home.
There are some weird close-ups. Like that was just a weird close-up on that guy. It was just showing his bug eyes and just walks
I mean, we
off
just
frame.
you just needed to make sure and reassurance that guy has really lost his fucking mind.
Yeah. I mean, she's lost her mind. This
I don't think she had one to
blonde girl.
begin with, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I like this one. She's like, "What's this dumb bitch's problem? Why is she staring at this motherfucking thing on my couch?"
She
is staring at this bitch intently. She planning on taking up learning how to crochet.
I mean, she's traumatized. So I mean, I guess it's decent acting for 1960s
like, "Would you like a
for all these
cigarette?"
no-name actors for being traumatized, I guess.
I understand, sweetie. I was down there on the street corner. I've been there for 10
I know.
years.
This place is ridiculous.
Let me tell you.
Shit. I see shit
There's a
that'll
bunch of
turn you white.
motherfuckers.
These spots up here.
I got motherfucking shit. Turn that beautiful blonde hair, yours straight goddamn gray. I'm gonna tell you what. But I'm still here and I'm still kicking. What you need to do, just pick your ass up and get out there and suck some dicks.
Sucking dick will get you to this apocalypse, honey.
I don't know, man. Pimp got that game, man. He somehow he can convince a girl. He like, baby girl, I don't know how, man. We gonna take over this world. We gonna take it over. I just need you to get out there and suck some dicks. But man, we gonna take this bitch over and have a bitch damn sure convinced. I don't know how he gonna do it, but I tell you what, I'm gonna do my part. Get out here, suck some dicks.
I think that's like the two professions that would survive the apocalypse. Is prostitution and pimp.
Prostitution has survived like hundreds of thousands of years. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime fucking soon.
If you stay up here, you take orders from me.
The moment people learn that they could make some sort of currency off of that, they have.
It's really the only foolproof job you can have. It's really the only job that with permanent job security until you get old, and you just got to graduate into pimpage.
Then you got to stud out.
That's right.
And then we're going to put your ass on a motherfucking raft and send you out to sea.
So the phones don't work. The radio barely works. But the TV.
There we go. Now we got a TV.
Yeah.
We got us a TV, put on 2 chairs. Oh, man, what is that, about 3 inches? Man,
it's 5.
I got the newest guy. I got the newest motherfucking TV. It's out. Big screen, 3 inches.
I was watching. God, what's that show? The F Word on Netflix. And the one kid, he was like really excited because they were gonna get a 22-inch TV. It's like 22 inches. Who does he think he is?
22 inches. Who does he think he is? What,
the Queen of England?
Who needs a TV that big?
22-inch color TV.
I love that show, man. I love it.
22 inches was like the upper echelon of like, if you had a 22-inch TV, you were living fucking large.
Frank, I'm really trying to sympathize with you, but you stand in a black man's bar.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that show is so great. Where does all the food go? I can't tell you.
Upon launching the rocket into space, everything went south and we missed. And actually, that rocket tumbled directly into southern Dakota. But don't worry, it landed in the Grand Canyon.
Now, don't they say like in this that a satellite fell and that's what started causing everything?
Stay tuned.
It don't matter. It's some Dakota. No one lives in the Dakotas. They're actually a myth. They're not actually states. They don't actually exist. They're actually parts of Canada.
You know what? If there was anything to actually be an actual myth and paid actors living there, it would be Dakota. Any Dakota.
Yeah, I mean,
not fucking Australia. Dakota. That guy that said Australia can eat a dick.
I mean, have you ever known anyone that's actually gone to Mount Rushmore? It's a myth. It's not there because the Dakotas aren't there. They don't exist.
No, I know no one.
It's not there. It's just like Nebraska. No such thing as Nebraska.
It's just a gag. It's actually just a small field across one state.
Just one field. It's just one field. One house. As soon as you step in Nebraska, get off my land. And it's just like,
duty.
Where's your land end? As far as the eye can see.
Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders?
And now, we actually want to discuss this mass shooting that's going on in this high school.
Yeah, that's right. At Indiana High.
It turns out that these 5 guys, claiming that they had no friends, decided to put on trench coats and murder everyone.
Hey, look at this guy.
Well, you know what
like
makes no
Fidel
goddamn
Castro.
sense? I didn't
Fidel
have 5
Castro right there.
friends.
See him? That guy's Fidel Castro.
It is. It's Fidel Castro.
This is
like,
just.
He's like, don't worry, I will bomb everything.
This was his response to the Bay of Pigs and the Cuban Missile Crisis. He waited 5 years until 1968, and he unleashed zombies on.
That's what it is.
Western
Pennsylvania. He showed up in Pennsylvania. It was like, aha! I've got you with my zombies now.
Yeah. Showed up in Western Pennsylvania. Look at that guy. Look at it.
Is being done that can be done.
Why is that guy wearing sunglasses? Just seems.
Why did that other guy seem so confused?
Can you tell us what's going on? No.
He's like, tell us what's going on. I don't even know where I'm at. I've been drinking since 6 a.m.
This is not communist Cuba. Been drinking rum forever. I gotta go home.
The guy with the sunglasses is like, man, as soon as these motherfuckers turn around, I'm stabbing somebody.
Later? You're welcome to reply. Yes. Later this afternoon.
He's like, man, I tell you what, I'm the rock star of the media players. I'm going to have this story out first, bitches. I done told everybody, my mic's actually connected to the actual TV station.
Jeez, it looks like all the microphones like pointed at Andy Reid when Kansas City lost their first game. Can you tell us what happened? We lost. Can you tell us why? No.
We lost.
No, wait, just didn't have it today. Please. Please. Hey!
It's only about 17.
Duty from Shaken Not Nerd.
You know what they need?
Live chat.
A Bobby Knight pep talk.
What's up, Duty?
Judy had a radio and we heard.
He's like, man, we was trying to go skinny dipping, but then these motherfuckers interrupted us. I had my dick out and everything.
As many times as I see this movie, I just can't quite figure out how old Frodo here is supposed to be, because they talk about being kids. But
I honestly think I thought he was supposed to be like
40.
18.
He looks 40. Yeah, he's a little rough, you know. Latrobe County Fire Hall. I mean, this is just like, first off, if I saw like this outbreak's happening, so
man, these look like the two motherfuckers that got paid off to tell us that sugar was better than saturated fats. They about to sit down and tell us that heart disease was caused by goddamn saturated fats. And France is sitting over there looking at you like, you dumb motherfuckers.
It's a disease that they have no clue how it spreads. But their idea of safety is to get as many people into an enclosed space as possible, which would possibly spread the disease. Like, you would want people to stay the fuck away from each other.
Man, it's like
people to quarantine themselves.
We had a cadaver.
It seemed like a bad idea at the beginning, but now it's an livable with syndrome.
Remove the head or destroy the brain.
It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
It did. Egads.
Did she ask for me?
Egads.
I don't understand.
Beaver Falls. Giggity.
It's Mommy. How
did we miss that one, John? You're falling behind. You spent so much time being racist. You forgot to be sexist.
Oh man, I was too busy making fun of these guys for their ability to tell us about why Cracker Barrel is better than fucking like IHOP or something.
These are the two scientists that were locked in a room to figure out which toothpaste is better. They are
these
two
look like the two guys that decided that marijuana was a bad idea. They're like, man, this just seems like a bad idea. Nixon, we're gonna need you to put some sort of fucked up law out.
They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay?
Yeah, he's got a new girl to smack around now.
We need some bottles or jars. Make Molotov cocktails and hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I do like how, like, in this film, everybody seems a little off-put by taking orders from a black man, especially that guy.
But that guy is like super off-put about the whole thing.
But I mean, he really is being
racist. I'm not being fucking racist. This movie's being fucking racist.
Yeah, no, this movie. Well, I mean, the movie is purposely, showing that there is. Yeah, it was purposely.
There's a goddamn reason the black man is the best character in the fucking movie. He's the only one that's not a fucking idiot.
Still one of the first times that a black man was in a leading role in Hollywood.
That's true. It's actually.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
Oh, that was a big yawn. God damn. Talking on the phone with tech support for like 3 hours. It wears you the fuck out. You answer the same question so many times.
Every boss get fired. The account walking out. Shit really takes it out.
John's boss gets fired today. Then his accountant gets fired. Probably both of them were probably skimming money. That's why they got fired. Turns out John was supposed to be getting paid $30,000 a year more.
Yeah, it's a possibility actually.
They still
actually waiting on my raise. That's the fun part. Like, I'm supposed to have already gotten a raise.
Hell no, dude. They fucking stole that, laundered it, and now they've been
gone.
caught. Not they've been caught. They're gonna go move to Costa Rica.
Hell, he took it to pay for his daughter's goddamn college fund.
Who needs college? College just winds up costing you more money in the end. All them student loans.
Well, you know how you know what the best way to start your life as an adult is? In massive, crippling debt.
That's true. Nowadays. Actually, I'm in crippling debt due to student loans, and I have way better credit than my wife, who didn't go to school and everything, has like zero debt, and her credit is way lower than mine.
They're just, she's not doing something right then.
As soon as we get to Willard,
Yeah, she has no debt. Everything's in my name because I had the good credit. She never had anything where she took a loan out on. She always paid for everything in
She
cash.
have like
or
a
paid
credit
for
card
everything
or
in full.
something?
Even then, if credit cards don't really add that much. You need good debt. Good debt is like mortgages, car payments, stuff like that. Student loans. That's all considered.
That's the thing. You start with a credit card.
Yeah, it's
and
all
then you
considered
just
good
build
debt.
it up a little bit, and then you start working your way into some other shit.
No, everything went into my name when we got married, so I'm the one with the good credit.
and I can handle the pump.
Which is ironic because I'm the one that has like $80,000 worth of student debt.
It's just because you're paying on it, brother. It's just because you're paying on it.
That's right. Yeah.
But there's going to be more and more of those things.
Oh man, I
know all that.
How are these? I mean, these
I
are
know
teenagers,
that.
man.
I done
They-
told you. I'm going to help this motherfucker out on the street corner. Matter of fact, you had to pay me for all them times we was having sex.
Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to
We're
leave.
going to take over this world.
Remember?
That bald man's my pimp. If you don't pay me, he's gonna smack me around.
It's
Help
not
me.
just a win.
I'm gonna take you out of here, Bobby Joe. I'm gonna take you out of here, and I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna marry. I'm gonna make an honest woman out of you, Bobby Joe.
You're gonna meet
An
me
honest woman, I
by
tell you.
you're gonna meet me by our kissing tree, and we're gonna take off to Kansas.
By the kissing tree. You know the kissing tree that's right down the road by the water.
One we
by the
carved
swimming
our
hole.
initials into that said forever.
Down by the swimming hole, where we got caught skinny dipping that one time by Mr. Johnson.
But he didn't really say nothing. He was just sitting in the bushes, kind of looked like his arm was moving a lot.
Crouched behind, heard the bushes rustling. There was some Mr. Johnson back there. Look at it. Oh.
So I got you, baby. Let me go get some contraceptive.
No, the Jehovah's won't let you use contraceptives.
That's why they got the doors boarded up.
He's
He's like, they're going to turn into a motherfucking orgy in here, man.
Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to.
I love how they like hinge this plan, unlike this woman. Like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Can you handle it?
Yeah.
You think you can do that
we're
for
gonna
me?
choose the worst person in the entire house,
I
and we're
know.
gonna go. All right, so we're gonna use you for the key part of this plan.
Yeah, which is Operation Human Bait. Tie a bunch of bells on her, open up the door, and just let her run out like a maniac. And then all the zombies will just follow her. Now this is the part where they're going out to get gas.
Like, we need some motherfucking gas. Man, we about to do Robonica. It starts with 2 weeks of oil wrestling, but we need petroleum oil.
I want to live in a day and age where the gas pump was outside my front door. Like, is there any doubt that one of those people are dying? Like with that scene right there, just the way the camera lingers on all of them. Is there any doubt?
No. One of them's clearly already died.
Yeah, one of those clearly going down.
At this point, it's like a who done it. It's like, dun, 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 which one was the murderer?
What I want to know is like, how did zombies? So like the one guy was just walking around in like his underwear. So like, how did zombies like get into your house? Like number one, like how'd they get in? I guess it's the summer where the windows down. Like, I just always wonder things about that. Like in zombie movies, it's one of my favorite things to do is like look at the zombies and see the way they're dressed or see how they are and like just figure out what their story was.
You're like, Jeff, I just wanted my money back. God damn it. You sold me some bad crack.
Go ahead, go on.
Jerry, I gave you a loan last week. I told you to get the fuck out of here. funny because like this is it's like the most climactic part of the entire movie.
Yeah, this is. Everything goes to shit after this. And then this dumb broad.
Well, as you coming, come on.
He's like, haha, I got you motherfuckers out of my house. Y'all gone. I done got rid of the black dude and this dumb bitch. Now I go back down the stairs and continue beating my wife and children.
Yeah, this guy's like boarding up the doors and shit. He's making sure they don't come back. Less mouths to feed now.
Yep.
No, there's our Bible salesman going up in flames. But see, like, that's
goddamn, how many damn court paper servers do they need? I mean, shit, it was just one eviction notice.
This is just one elaborate court service paper gag, like in Pineapple Express, where he always has to come up with a costume or a gag to get people to take their papers. This is just one guy's plan to serve that guy papers, to tell him you've been served. We've tormented you for hours now.
Tormented you for at least almost a day.
You've been
Here
served.
you go. You've been served. Thank you. And, you're a piece of shit, Michael.
You've been served. See? Now getting served papers doesn't seem so bad because you're not in the zombie apocalypse anymore. God,
like,
like,
you see the look on that guy's face? Like, wait, why the fuck you burning the goddamn truck?
Well, no, like, yeah, well, I mean, the kid was just spraying fuel everywhere, and he's just like, wait a minute, there's an open flame here. What are you doing, you nutbag?
He's like, hey, man, you wasting my gas, motherfucker. He's like, you know how much I got to pay for that? Is at least a nickel.
And he tries to drive away. The whole truck's on fire. Where are you going?
68, so it's like 25 cents.
Yeah. But I mean, where does he think he's going? Like, what do you think's gonna happen? You just filled up the gas. You left the gas tank.
Is that somehow he was gonna take this truck, and him and his gal was gonna drive the hell away and leave all them motherfuckers to die. And then he realized, oh shit, we're about to blow up. Then they blow up. All because that bitch just wouldn't get out the truck. All she had to do was get out the truck. Playing games and shit. Oh man, I'm not.
Now and there, this
that.
is where everything just starts going tits
I'm
up.
not even gonna say that. I'm actually going. I'm gonna let that one slide.
What?
I was like, man, this just got real fucked up. This black man getting attacked by a mob. It's terrible.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. You don't see a black zombie in this movie, do you?
Man, what the fuck is this? North Carolina?
Saying. I think we found what this is where the immunity is, right here. Just in his blood. He's the only one that's immune.
I think Weinstein is a grand fucking fan of this. He's just like, man, smacking bitches and hating dudes.
Oh my
man,
God, yeah. Harvey Weinstein's favorite movie.
He's like, oh, this could have been prevented if she kept her ass in the kitchen.
I do love this. This dude locked the door. He gets in. Dude goes to the basement. As soon as he catches up to him, he's gonna beat the shit out of that dude.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. He's lucky he just punches him, and he's holding the hammer. I would have whacked this dude right across the fucking temple with that hammer. You kill me, son of a bitch. I'll get you. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Just give him a minute. He's gonna lay that pimp hand down on him.
Oh no, this is a man. He doesn't just smack him. He balls it up. Boom! Punches him with that college ring. Boom!
He's like, motherfucker, I'm gonna beat your ass. Trying to fuck my hoe and not pay my ass. Fuck you.
The punches in this movie, man, are just so bad.
Hey.
George A. Romero, no money.
just thought about this. This motherfucker had chocolate sauce up his nose.
Yes.
He must have been snorting chocolate cocaine.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, probably heroin.
But it's weird because in some scenes you can see that they, even though they were filming in black and white, they forgot. And like, there's one part where he goes up the stairs and there's blood that's smeared on the wall, but it's red paint. And not chocolate syrup, so it just looks like a dark gray spot, like a darker gray spot on the wall, not blood. So there's some scenes where they forgot to use chocolate syrup instead of.
That's good. That was attention to detail.
Yeah.
Look at his face. He's like, man, it's nasty as fuck. She's like, I got some cold chicken. Man, this ham sure is great.
Some of this stuff was like gelatin and stuff like that, but other things were actually like raw, just raw, like chicken skin and stuff like that, like baked chicken skin.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is the first time you actually get to see the zombies. Like,
he's like, oh shit, I done lost all my customer base.
Yeah. It's the first time you get to see the ghouls like actually eating people in the movie. Like, until then they've just been attacking them, so they don't really know like what's going on until like right now. This is the first time like they're seeing consumption of human flesh. I mean, I guess that carries a little bit of weight, you know, like I guess that kind of would turn your stomach just a little bit.
Yeah, just a shame.
It's 10 minutes to 3.
Now you see why
I gotta get my diabetes shot in just a few minutes, man. I'm telling you what, everybody got a needle.
You know anything about this area at all?
Diabetes.
I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
What?
I don't know.
She's like, my blood sugar low, man. We ain't ate shit.
Yeah. I'm crashing. I'm getting cranky. I'm gonna drink
Who's got a Snickers?
Andre, why wait? Turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away.
Oh.
Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has
It's like, oh man, it seems like we were running. Then I remembered we were just tripping mushrooms.
That's what this entire movie is. It was one college student's
One of those things
bad trip on mushrooms.
Bit her on the arm.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry?
Oh man, this shit's only got about 15 minutes to go.
They did actually cover the thing about if they get bit, do they turn into the living dead? Because that girl down there was bit by a zombie.
Yes, yeah.
You can't start the car. Johnny has the key.
But I mean, just the way the zombies act in this movie is completely different than the way they act in any other Romero movie.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, unless you count Bub in Day of the Dead, who is a zombie who's able to learn. They teach him to use a gun. They teach him to almost talk, and he's able to think and do minor problem solving. But in this one, I mean, they're all like
he wasn't quite dead. He wasn't quite dead.
Yeah, they'll all pick up a tool or a weapon or something to use it, because later on, someone picks up a gardening trowel.
I done hit the buffet about 15,000 times. Where is that bitch at? Dude walk around in his fucking boxer shorts.
just munching on a leg.
Yep.
Walking around. They all seem pretty happy right now. They got shit
pretty
to eat.
content. They're like, man, we're going to sit back, man. We got the bill collectors set outside. Ain't nobody coming. Police still ain't showed up. Shit, we're going to chill.
Just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls. This one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania.
McClellan.
So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement.
Oh man, we got some of that found footage right here.
To search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul.
Man, this is terrible. This is terrible. I swear to God, is this North Carolina?
No, dude, this is like the good old boys are the ones that saved the day in this movie. Look, dude, does that not look like John Bernthal from The Punisher right there? That looks
it did, actually. It did.
Just like John Bernthal.
No, we're all right.
He's like, man, we get to shoot motherfuckers. Fuck
Two
yeah.
badge.
That motherfucker looks like he's dead already. Somebody shoot his ass.
Chief
McClellan, how's everything going?
He's got fucking 3 cigars shoved to the top of his head. He's going out. He's going out hunting.
That's what I'm saying, man. That guy looks dead already.
This is a redneck dream. Wait, I get paid. You're gonna let me shoot people for
and
free?
Smoke cigars? Oh, fuck yeah. Hey, dude, both at the same time?
He's got like 8. He's got a whole day's worth right there. He's got 8 hours worth of cigars right there. He could put a full day in just smoking cigars, shooting people. Now you gotta shoot him in the head.
Well,
put another bullet in that
out he
woman
doesn't
over
shoot
there.
him, he
She's a
chews 'em.
twitcher.
He just chews on them. Doesn't even light them. So he's got at least a solid 30, almost 30 hours worth of chewing cigar.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Who is he, Jesse Ventura? He's just gonna be chewing on the cigar?
Yeah, he's gonna chew on them.
Well, in time, would you say you ought to be...
And he's gonna tell everybody about how he's the fucking sexual god.
We don't really know.
He's a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus.
That's right.
We're working our way toward
And you can be too. For the low, low price of $19.95 to take Jesse Ventura's sexual tyrannosaurus course. Where Jesse the Body Ventura teaches you his sexual ways.
Just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
Wait, who was in The Walking Dead?
John Bernthal was in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
He was Shane.
It isn't the fuse.
No, I looked down and I was like, I just forgot.
Yeah, he was in The Walking Dead. But that dude looked exactly like John Bernthal.
And you know what I thought about John Bernthal in The Walking Dead? His character lasted way too long.
Well, yeah, it was definitely the only reason he was supposed to die in season 1, but Frank Darabont, the showrunner at the time, really liked him, and so did Robert Kirkman, and he decided to do things differently in the TV show than the comics. They decided to keep him alive a little bit longer, just to let that thing between him and Rick play out. Because in the comics, it doesn't really play out. He doesn't really find out about Lori and Shane until long after Shane's dead. So
yeah, that's true.
So they decided to let that play out. And I was all right with it, but yeah, the second season of The Walking Dead is just not good. Just not good TV. Some of the most boring TV I've ever seen.
Oh, it's bad.
But it's amazing because I would
kind of
say
like her ability to try to hold out these zombies. She's just like, oh my god!
She's just like,
oh my god! Oh no!
Where do I put my hands? Just you know what? You're not doing
well,
it.
You gotta cup the balls.
Dude, but this is fucked up what this dude does right here. Drop the gun. That's my chance.
He's like, I got the gun. I'm gonna shoot the black dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get in the cellar.
He's like, you better get your ass down there so I can beat the hell out of you.
Bite the barrel, bitch. Man, this guy's gonna get punched again.
He's about to get shot.
Nah, the gun's empty, I think. He goes to click it and it's empty.
No, he just shot him.
No, he shot him.
No, shoot that motherfucker. He's like, bitch, I done told you. Quit messing with my hoes.
He's got hoes in different area codes. Oh, man, I completely forgot that Barbara's still alive.
How?
By doing nothing. She
it turns out that the way that you make it through a fucking zombie apocalypse is to just literally do nothing.
Do nothing. Be as useless as possible. Do nothing.
They'll be like, oh, this motherfucker already dead.
And the best outcome will happen for you.
Damn. You'll totally make it through a fucking zombie apocalypse. Just do nothing.
Oh, this is like the only time this dude has ever like showed affection about his daughter, like at all throughout the entire movie. It's like when he's dying. Man, that was she's getting attacked, but she looks like she was holding that on pretty sensually. She's like, my
Oh,
husband
man.
hasn't touched me in years.
This is like
oh,
some
this physical
adolescence and
contact.
shit, man. They like,
Yes.
man, that shampoo is great.
Yes. 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 She's just happy to be being touched.
Man, we need to clean up in the airline bathroom. I'm not going in there. Sploosh.
Sploosh. Man,
Look,
she ripped
look,
that.
Look
she
at
ripped
that.
his-
Look at that
she ripped
full
his arm.
body hair now. It's really finger pressed.
It's been like 30 seconds, and the little girl has already torn her father's arm off and is eating it.
Stabbing
And then
the
here
shit out
again.
with a goddamn.
we got
hose.
a zombie using a tool again to kill somebody. Like, she doesn't just walk up and bite the mom. Like, she fucking stabs her.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. So it's pretty clear that like George A. Romero did not have a clear like view or image of what his monsters were yet.
How did a big spot of blood get over there? That's what I don't want to. It's like it made no goddamn sense. The bitch is getting stabbed, and yet there's a giant glob of blood like on the other side of the fucking wall.
Dude, they didn't have freaking Dexter on set. It's not like they had a blood splatter expert on set.
I mean, even just simple thought would dictate that there's no way blood splatter's getting over there.
I told you I was coming to get you, Barbara.
Jerry, I want my goddamn money. Kid, I done told you I wouldn't be into work today. You need to go to hell on this harassment. This motherfucking harassment.
This is kind of like the first time you really get confirmation that like the people that are out there are dead, because the little girl, we knew she was dying, and we know that Barbara's brother died, but everyone else just kind of like walked out, and you really don't know what's going on. So I guess like it's only the last like, if this is the first time you ever saw this movie, you knew nothing about zombies or anything, then this is the first time you're actually realizing an hour and 26 minutes into the film that these people are the Walking Dead, like that they are zombies.
This would be your first full realization that these people are not just fucking Jehovah's Witnesses.
Not Bible salesmen, Scientologists,
not super
Jehovah's
pushy
Witnesses.
religious groups.
Get right with God. Get right with God.
This looks like Jay's house on a Saturday night. Just like, you need to get right with God. Especially after that one episode, his mother just sent out and was like, every fucking religious person she could find, she had an intervention for Jay. It was like, you need to quit watching these movies.
Oh my God. Yeah, well, he's cooled it down with those reviews after my dad and me had a talk with him. He's cooled Indie Corner down quite a bit. But now the thing that I find ironic is, he had the argument with the bald guy earlier on in the film that going down and locking yourself in the basement is a death trap.
And then he goes and locks himself in the basement.
He locked himself in the basement. Now, technically, so now we have a real confirmation that like it is the dead that are rising. This guy's getting up now after he's been bitten, shot, and eaten.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I just find that funny that it was like he's the one that argued about not going to the basement because it's a death trap. You'll lock yourself in there. You'll never get yourself out. And now, obviously, that's how the movie ends: is him locking himself in the basement. No more.
He's like, shit. How am I gonna take over the world now? My hose is gone. My money gone. Clientele done died up. Shit, what bro gonna do?
How am I gonna make that paper? How am I gonna make that paper?
Goddamn bill collectors coming to the door. Light bill done turned off.
Oh yeah, I just realized all the lights went out. The power went out. Where's this light source coming from down in the basement?
No idea. No idea. From the massive amounts of extra lighting to try to get the shot.
Yeah. I mean, I get the feeling like this is all filmed during the day, and they just put stuff under the windows, try to cover it up. I guess you could explain it away and say that it's fire the whole time that's out there.
You gotta make sure you get a nice sky shot. Everything seems to have calmed down.
Everything's all
okay
you gotta do is
now.
survive till morning. I mean, that's the
Make it till morning, and everything's fine. After that, the dead just go back to their hidey holes.
Crawl back in their graves and wait for another night's feast.
They'll come back again on October 31st.
All Hallows Eve.
Why do you talk like that? I had a stroke.
I had a stroke back in 1992. All right, I'm not gonna. I mean, that's every redneck's dream, right? To be airlifted into a field.
That's how you get out of it, right, man?
Take
Living
pop
dead,
shots
just
at
like, oh man,
people.
let me land in this motherfucking field with all these dead fucks, man.
I'm gonna get out and just take pop shots at people. You know what we need?
I like how in this movie they somehow made sure to contain that. Somehow they absolutely contained the outbreak of the zombies, apparently. But yet, in every other goddamn movie ever after this,
they fail.
They fail. You can't ever contain it fast enough.
That's what I said. Like that's part of the irony of the movie is that like it's the good old boys that like who
Good old boys with some guns and motherfucking American intuition and a bunch of cigars. Blowing motherfuckers' faces off.
Yeah, they're just. It's. I mean, it's every. It's
Seems like there's a way different message in this movie than there is in Dawn of the Dead.
Right. Exactly. You know, it's
a lot more racism. A lot more racism and sexism in this one. A lot of do what your man told you to do, and rednecks with guns will save the day. That's not what they teach us today.
But of course, it doesn't end so well, you know, for our hero. I mean,
well, it doesn't.
So good old boys still get to be good old boys by you know, doing the exact same racist shit they've always done.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Like I said, man, it's not my fault this movie racist as hell.
They need you down there by the barn.
It reminds me of Family Guy and them screaming black dolphins. And dolphins popping and said, "Hey, what's up, bro?" It's like that motherfucking shit racist.
Or Aquaman.
Somebody had a cook out here.
Like, you better stop raping
Man,
that
fuck
woman.
Seaman.
Why? What are you gonna do about it? Oh, come over here. You wouldn't be doing that. You come by the water.
Thanks,
boy.
Ashley. Thank you.
What Ashley said.
She said, "Nice job, guys."
Aw, thanks, Ashley. Man, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would enjoy myself doing this too. And I'd be like, wait a minute, they're already dead. Yes.
Wait,
anything goes. Anything.
Yeah.
They don't have any feeling at all. This is not murder.
Just waiting
it's
for
not
somebody
murder.
to come out and be the Ted Bundy of the whole goddamn thing. Shooting people in the
just
face
like-
and then raping dead bodies. I'm telling you, it's terrible.
I'm game. Give me a gun. Let's just go out there. Let's have some fun, guys. I mean, this is like a good weekend for them. Like, yeah, that's a good.
This is a solid weekend, man. It's like, man, you know what? I didn't have shit to do this weekend. Man, I just thought I was gonna be sitting around the house drinking beer, just staring off at the motherfucking TV or something. Hell no, they done gave me a good thing to do.
I smoke cigars, and
I got to hang out with boys, and I got to shoot some shit. Hell, it was a good
drank
weekend.
some beer. Man, what is Kurt Douglas doing in this? That guy looks like an ugly Kurt Douglas. Uglier Kurt Douglas. See? Right there.
Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
I mean, all he had to do was say something, and that wouldn't have been his fate. Ugh. God. It is a pretty, like, horrifying ending, though. Like, I mean, just all of them with meat hooks dragging dead bodies out and burning them up.
Yeah. That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Man, that's terrible. Brother had to die at the end. It's fucked up. Building stereotypes and shit. They're just stabbing him through with the hooks.
Yeah.
This guy, it's just terrible. It's just terrible.
I mean, George Romero definitely wanted to put Chili Billy Cardile.
That's a hell of a name.
Bill, Chili Billy Cardile.
AMC. The dude's in there.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
AMC.
I met a man the other day through my job.
Al Croft, Laura Croft's father.
The most redneck name ever. Are you ready for this name? And I kid you not. His name was Robbie Bobby.
Robbie Bobby.
Was Robbie Bobby. I can't say his last name. I guess I shouldn't say his last name. But his name is Robbie Bobby. And I was like, I'm sorry, is your name Robert? And he goes, yes. He's like, my name's Robert. I prefer to be called Robbie Bobby. And I was like, are you fucking
Was there a fucking hyphen in this guy's name that you had to say both of the names at the same time?
I have no clue. Like, he just told me his name was Robert, but everyone calls him Robbie Bobby. And I was like,
that is some lazy ass motherfucking like naming your kid, man. Come on, that's lazy as hell.
He explained it to me. He was named after his grandfather's, and his dad's father was Bob. It was Robert, and his mom's father was Robert. So they named him Robert.
That's fucking terrible.
Robbie Bobby. And I was like, fuck, dude. Why couldn't they just... Why couldn't... Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that they remade the movie in color. Sorry. My next video started, and it's the full Technicolor version of it.
Okay. Yeah, I just had the one video. As soon as it stopped, that was it. But yeah, no, that was fucking great. I really enjoyed that. This is always fun. This is fun. I like this.
Hooray for racism? ?
Yeah.
Hooray for 1968 for not knowing when they were and weren't being racist.
Yeah.
Hooray for that.
For
Ashley.
perpetuating some stereotypes.
Yeah. And that's it's pretty clear.
I mean, and it's 1968. It's one of those things that I mean, it's a different time period than it is now.
But I mean, George Romero was doing something that was pretty unheard of at the time,
Yeah.
He was doing something that was by putting a black man as the lead actor. That
you could
was
almost say it was like a social commentary. Like, here it is. You have this great, like, actual smart, upstanding brother, and
that's right.
He goes in. He literally is saving all of these people, and then you just have one motherfucker that's stupid and just wants to act like a racist bigot, and just fucks everything up. And then at the end, you got...
I mean, the whole movie flips stereotypes on its head, because you would never expect the rednecks to be the ones who organize and save the day, per se. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While still fulfilling their role as the bad guys and totally being racist and shooting a guy in the head without, you could even say that this has more social commentary now today.
Yeah.
And when police just shoot.
Oh God. Yeah. I was like,
but yeah, I mean,
it's gotten
this
retarded.
I swear this movie is just one of those classics it'll never die. It'll never die. There'll always be fans.
It's actually a very good movie. It's fun to watch, and it's worth the watch. And like he said, it'll never actually die. But yeah, there's things in it that, as you're watching, are not extremely appropriate. There's a lot of racist and sexist shit in it.
Right. And then there's a lot of continuity errors in it between this and, Romero's other films. Like I said, this is the first time out. I don't think he really had an idea of what his movie monster was yet. And this is, you get your fully formed version of Romero zombies.
I'm gonna be honestly, this one honestly just seems more like one of those college, self-made college films.
And it 100% is. It 100% was that. Self-funded, practically self-made, self-distributed, and it was done, he did it himself so much so that he forgot to fucking copyright it.
That's true. That's very
So
true. He
so
did
it's
absolutely forget to copyright it.
that's why you can find anybody who wants to, anybody who wants to can print this movie and sell it and not owe anybody a red fucking cent. Anybody.
Yep. That's why we did it.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's streaming on YouTube for free too, because there are no royalties to this. No one owns this film. And some people have tried to purchase it and stuff like that. Romero himself has tried to purchase it back to gain distribution rights. But I believe at some point there was like a statute of limitations and stuff like that. He didn't do it in time. And it's just public domain.
I could see that. Yeah, you have a certain amount of time to actually like file everything and get it all taken care of.
I guess
before
so. Yeah, but
they're just like, nah, fuck, you fucked up.
I mean, now all the other ones are obviously copywritten by now and everything like that. So, but everywhere. And I think I own this in like a bunch of different versions. I know I have a VHS of this. I know I have a DVD of it. I don't have a Blu-ray. I might have another DVD where this. Oh, I do. Diary of the Dead. I have a Diary of the Dead DVD that came with Night of the Living Dead in it. So I have it like 3 times over, and all of them are different distribution. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
So it's
that does not surprise me. That does not surprise me at all.
No.
A lot of times, like some of that old stuff, you'll see it on DVD and you'll be like out of nowhere, but it's got like some wild ass distribution name on it, and you're like, hey, why can't I find this? It's because nobody's actually picked it up to put it on like some sort of actual film file.
Right. Yeah, it's just out there. That's why Warner Brothers started doing the Warner Brothers Vault. You can actually, if you want, not all of their old movies are distributed into DVD and stuff like that. But what you can do is you can go online, and it's for like a nominal fee. It's pretty cheap. You can have any one of their movies printed onto a DVD for you, and they'll send it to you. Any one of their out of print movies. So
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so John, if there's ever for like now in Technicolor, like a Warner Brothers movie from back in the 60s, 50s, 40s that you would like to own or you would like to see or anything, you can just go onto their website and you can, as long as it was a Warner Brothers movie, they will print it onto a DVD for you and they will send it to you, and it's not expensive at all. I think it's like $15-20.
Oh, dude, that's sweet. That's not too bad. That's not too bad, especially since they're custom doing it for you.
Exactly. So it's kind of cool. I mean, that's one of the few cool things that Warner Brothers is doing.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's fucking great. But all right, everybody, this has been awesome. I think we're gonna start wrapping this up now. This was Mindless Commentary Theater with John and Dave.
Had a blast. Man, what a time. I'm actually going to go watch Dawn of the Dead now because, like I said, as much as I love Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead is just so much better than this one.
It is. I mean, admittedly, this is a good film, but
yeah, it's enjoyable. It's definitely enjoyable.
It's definitely enjoyable to watch, but Dawn of the Dead is better. It's kind of like watching